What's up, guys? Welcome back. Grab you a sip. That's good enough. I need 2 sips. Hang on. Alright, that was more than a sip. That was kind of 2 big mouthfuls, but sorry, it's good stuff. Okay, as the title of the video says, I got a plate carrier to show you. This is a plate carrier from RTS Tactical. Wanted to check it out and give you guys some thoughts on it. Now, lest somebody have a conniption fit, RTS did send this to me, and I thank them very much for the opportunity to check it out and try it. They aren't paying me to do the video. I don't get paid a dime for doing the video. All they did was send me a plate carrier to check out. Okay? Hopefully that satisfies everyone. Anyway. This one is in OD green. They come in a couple of different colors per their website. I have been playing with it and looking at it for a couple weeks now. And bottom line up front, initial thoughts. A lot of things I like about this plate carrier. A couple of little druthers, but they're very minor and not enough that it would prevent me from getting one should I be so inclined or interested. So you guys know I don't typically do reviews. I just tell you what I like and why I like it, but I'm going to give you some details just to satisfy. So on the front here, it's just like most plate carriers. You've got a Velcro cummerbund, and then you've got Velcro cummerbund for the sides that come off. Then you also have underneath some buckle and webbing, so that if you wanted to completely remove the cummerbund and just run the plate carrier itself, you could, and you still have the buckle to secure it. Stopping real quick, the cummerbund, of course, is MOLLE on the outside, and there's MOLLE on the inside, and it Velcros open so that you can put side plate pockets, I believe, inside the cummerbund itself on the sides. Personally, for me, I don't care for all the MOLLE on the inside. I understand why some people want it, because there are sometimes things you'll want to put on the inside of the cummerbund and on the outside. It gives you the extra space. For me personally, I would never put anything on the inside just because of the way I run a plate carrier, but that's a personal thing for me. It's not necessarily a knock on the carrier. I'm just showing you that it's there, and if you want to use it, it's an option. Going back to the front real quick, the only druther I've got on the front is I wish they would have extended the Velcro out onto the MOLLE itself. So like maybe these 2 columns of MOLLE, just put Velcro on the webbing itself. That way, because for somebody like me, I'm typically running it, how have I got that? I ain't got it on, so it's hard for me to tell you. I typically run it about right there. So with it overlapped, I don't have a whole lot of Velcro engaging the cummerbund in the middle when I put the flap down. If it had some on the MOLLE webbing out here, then it could engage on that on the sides as well, and you wouldn't have that. It's typically not an issue, but it's just something I thought I'd point out. Might be something I want to look at doing. Don't know, just giving thoughts. You've got MOLLE up front and Velcro on the MOLLE webbing here, and this is the same thing I was talking about. Just putting the Velcro on the MOLLE webbing on like 2 columns on each side on the bottom, just to give you a little bit more engagement for the front of the cummerbund. Switching around to the back, you've got same thing, Velcro MOLLE panel, MOLLE. The rear comes up as well, so that you can access the adjustment for the cummerbund, and it's shock cord that's just wove through and locked into place. Typical. It's well done. No issues or complaints there. I like it. You do have a drag handle up top, and the one big plus that I like, and I've mentioned this before in plate carrier videos, they don't have buckles up here at all. All you've got is your adjustment straps, and they put a tri-glide on the back. That's what I like. I don't like any hardware up front here. You simply undo that, and then you can adjust the length of it however much you need, and then it just simply velcros back down to be right where you want it at, and then you just adjust it out, and there you go. For the padded part of the shoulder, which I love, there's already padding in there. I don't have to buy extra pads to put up there. Some plate carriers you do, because all you've got is just usually like 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch webbing, which gets really hard digging in on the tops of your shoulders unless you put some separate pads on there. This is already nicely padded. On the inside of the carrier, there are straps right here to keep this part from flopping around as you adjust it. So if you shorten it, make it ride higher, that sticks down inside there and keeps it stable. It's perfect. That's just what you want it to do. Now on the inside, can y'all see all that in there? There is a lot of, it's all mesh, the air mesh material, and there are pads and vent channels built in. Absolutely love that. Awesome feature, especially in my climate where, man, if you're wearing a plate carrier, you need as much ventilation as you can possibly help get under there. That is brilliant. I love it. On the back, another little positive touch that tells me somebody had some input in designing this that's actually had to wear one for a long period of time, especially in a hot environment. So on the top rear right here, you can see this area right here goes all the way across. That is a very soft velour type material. That's the best I can describe it. And that is so that when it's riding on the back of your neck right there, a lot of times when there are these things, depending on how the neck of your shirt underneath it's cut, it'll pull it down, and right at the bottom part of your cervical vertebrae, plate carriers can start rubbing right there. And it can rub you raw depending on what you're doing, because you might not always just be standing up. And that gives a very soft surface that is not going to rub you raw right there on the back of your neck. Again, somebody paid attention when they were doing that. Again, drag handle, blah, blah, blah. Then, of course, you've got your front and rear plate areas. Both have drainage holes at the bottom. Very important. Even though it's open on the sides where it could drain, I still like having the drainage holes because it just lets stuff come out that much better. Now, you've got the ability in here, there's two separate compartments in here, and it's going to be hard for you to see on the camera. There's two separate compartments so that you can either run a standalone plate, or if you need to run, like say, in conjunction with plate, with soft armor and the plate, you've got two separate places to put them in, and one adjustment strap that holds everything in, and that strap is adjustable on the front and back, so you can, depending on your individual plates, you can make sure they're pushed all the way to the top of the carrier. They're not sagging down at the bottom like some carriers that don't have that capability. I really like that. So you've got that retaining the plates, pushing them up where you want them at, and then you've got the bottom part that folds over to hold it as well. Easy peasy. I like it. It's a little bit bigger and heavier than some plate carriers on the market, but you're getting a lot of versatility, and what you're getting with the bulk and the weight is arguably a little bit more comfort because of the padding, the air mesh, the way the shoulder straps are done, all of that. So it's a trade-off like always, but for me it's a trade-off that I like and definitely can benefit from. As somebody who sews for a living, if you're watching this and you're not a regular subscriber to the channel, that's what I do for a living. I sew and make gear. So after having played with it a couple weeks, looked it over, I put some steel plates in it just for giggles and ran around with it a little bit with the steel plates doing their thing. The stitching on it, top notch. I don't have any complaints at all about the stitching. It looks as good or better than what I would do. It's reinforced in all the right places. They double stitch even the edge tape, which a lot of companies don't do. Everything's bar tacked, good stitch per inch on the stitching. It's not like some things where they really open up the stitches per inch, which it saves them money but doesn't necessarily add to the durability of the product. So from a manufacturer standpoint, I have no issues with it whatsoever. It is 100% solid and good to go. Like I said, it's a very comfortable plate carrier. So I am going to play with it some more along with my other plate carriers that I have, and I'll be able to give you a longer term comparison once I've got a little bit more time with it. But up front, I don't see any potential issues. So if there's anything that comes up, it's going to be something that I can't see for now. Again, one of my big deals is the way the shoulders are padded. It's a big deal because when you've got that weight hanging on you for any amount of time, it gets heavy, and saving your shoulders is a good thing. So I will report back more to you guys as I get more time with it. My initial impressions, I absolutely love it. Now I got to figure out how to get me another set of plates to go in it, because other plates that I've got my other carrier. So once I can get some plates in here, and I want to get something other than just my steel ones that I use for practice, we will see how it does with that aspect of it, and I will let you know. If something goes wrong and I don't like it, I'll report back to you. Again, I will, just to be safe, because YouTube's YouTube, I'm probably going to put this up on the blog. I'll put a link in the description box to my blog site, and there will be a link to RTS's website on the blog site to the plate carrier if you're interested in it and want to go check it out. Purely up to you. But anyway, I appreciate RTS letting me check this out. It means a lot for me to be able to show it to you guys as just another option if you are in the market and looking for something like this and it fits your wants and roles and purposes. So again, RTS Tactical Plate Carrier, link will be at the blog site. So far, I like it. It's good to go. I will catch you guys in another one. Y'all stay safe. See you later.